Gary Hoogvliet joins us. Gary, kia ora. Thanks for your time today.
An absolute pleasure, Andrew. Raining cats and dogs, and I know that because there are poodles everywhere.
Exactly. Hey, I heard it said from you, I think, actually, that it doesn't really rain in Nelson at all. It seems to have been making up for it. Just one weekend, and all the year's rain seems to have fallen. I mean, in your part of the country, but hey, it's good for the plants, and the ducks are happy, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess that's one way of looking at it. But the sad news is, of course, that one person has lost their life.
Yeah.
And there has been an amazing amount of rainfall in a couple of days. They're talking about the whole month's supply of rain in a couple of days. And that makes it a wee bit sad for some people.
It is a beautiful part of the country, and hey, part of the beauty of it is, the hills and the rivers and all those sorts of things. When you get a bit of rain on the hills, though, it all runs downhill. What about for you and your household? Has there been any direct impact of the heavy rains?
Well, interestingly enough, about 3 weeks ago, Pam told me to clean the gutters.
Okay.
And of course, as we go from autumn into winter, the gutters were chock-a-block full of leaves. So we actually did that a couple of weeks ago. And then having a surname like Hoogvliet, I've got some Dutch blood and I understand dikes and that sort of stuff. So we were pretty good. Although having said that, there was a bit of water on the lawn and down the driveway. I mean, the real problem, of course, was in rural Nelson, out in Motueka and in the Tasman area. And the bottom line, all that rain on the mountains comes down through the rivers, and the rivers just weren't big enough to be able to handle it all. Simple as that.
Yeah, some pretty serious situations. And as you say, there has been a loss of life here. And some guy rescued from the roof of his car. He had his dog sitting with him on the roof of the car, and they had to send a boat out to rescue him, I understand. So, I mean, that's going to wreck your day, isn't it?
It sure is. And then there's a beautiful camping site called Quinney's Bush, not too far away from Nelson, and that got absolutely soaked. There's an animal farm in Marlborough that got soaked. The wonderful thing is that everybody seemed to get there in enough time and get most of the animals, or all the animals, to safety. So that's the good news part of it.
It is, I suppose, the nature of it. If you got, hey, I've got this beautiful place, and it's just down by the riverside, and we've got a nice little cottage there, and I mean, hey, that's just nature, isn't it? If you've got a nice little place by the river, when it rains in the hills, well, you've got a new lake, and it's your front yard. That's basically what happens, isn't it?
Well, there was a day that you wanted to have a holiday batch right on the beach, or you wanted to have a house on a hill overlooking the beach. Yeah. And both those options aren't quite so good anymore.
Exactly. Hey, what's the weather like for you guys at the moment? I mean, less rainy than it has been over the weekend, but I suppose now it's clean-up days for some people. Get the mops out, get the kids busy during the school holidays. Let's see if we can get things dry before it starts raining again.
Well, the forecast for the next couple of days is not bad. There's blue skies around it at the very moment. But apparently the long-range forecast for later this week is talking about more torrential rain, and that is not good news.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, it is the time of the year for it, but our thoughts and prayers with people of the Tasman district, especially those for whom, hey, it's gone from, oh gosh, this is a bit of a nuisance, to looks like we're going to need new carpets, and a whole bunch of stuff just got ruined by the floodwaters. Gary, thanks for popping in. Of course, people can catch you. The Very Tall Man, the radio show, is on from 3 o'clock this afternoon. People can join you then. Thanks very much for being on the show today.
Thank you, Andrew. It's a delight.
Hey, thanks very much for joining us in the Rhema studio. Thanks very much for watching the interview. It's kind of nice to have an audience, actually. And if you did like what you watched, then do give us a like, do give us the thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more interviews like that one, or perhaps even better, subscribe, and those interviews will come straight to you. Don't forget to turn on your notifications, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.